Watch the trajectory of the straight-A student. While the academic standout often spends their career searching for a secure position within an existing hierarchy, the bold entrepreneur is busy building their own. We are taught from a young age that high marks and a steady job are the only reliable paths to success, but the real world rewards a different set of traits. Out here, daring and tenacity often decide your financial future long before your academic record does. This disconnect is exactly what author Robert Kiyosaki noticed. The most technically brilliant people often work for those simply willing to act. This happens because the middle class plays by industrial age rules. They view money as a finite physical resource that must be traded for time and labor. To break that cycle, you have to accept a premise that challenges conventional wisdom. Money isn't real. Since we moved off the gold standard, our currency is no longer tied to a physical weight. In the information age, money is an agreement, a shared belief in value. Because value now moves at the speed of light, a trained mind can spot a market gap and leverage digital agreements to generate returns, often before physical cash is even required. Once you stop seeing money as a heavy object to be hoarded and start seeing it as a concept to be utilized, you can begin to manufacture it yourself. In the investment world, there is a sharp divide between two distinct types of participants. The first is the package buyer. This person goes to a brokerage and buys a pre-bundled mutual fund or a retail stock portfolio. They choose these pre-made options because they are primarily focused on avoiding loss. They want the perceived safety of a professional manager. Then there is the investment creator. These individuals act as architects. They identify undervalued components and structure them into a new profitable entity. Significant wealth isn't usually found sitting on a retail shelf. It is engineered by creators who can assemble the specific elements that others overlook. Let's deconstruct a specific transaction to see how a creator generates $40,000 in value from a single market opening. This chart shows the opportunity. A house valued at $75,000 drops to $20,000 during a crash. Instead of using your savings, you secure a $2,000 down payment from a friend to lock in the purchase. You advertise the home for $60,000 with no money down. You find a buyer, selling the property through a promissory note, and use their down payment to repay your friend in full. At this point, you have no capital at risk. The $40,000 spread between what you owe and what you are owed is your asset. It produces $4,000 a year in passive cash flow. Based on the math, your return is effectively infinite. $40,000 in value was generated using only a legal agreement and financial intelligence. When most people hear about this blueprint, their first reaction is to label it as impossible or too dangerous. That reaction is often a result of being trained to doubt our own financial intuition. But consider the alternative. In a volatile economy, the real danger is relying entirely on a single paycheck and hoping a generic retirement plan will be enough. These types of deals aren't discovered by looking at the physical world. They are recognized by a mind trained to see where the numbers and the agreements align. If you wait for every condition to be perfect and every fear to vanish before you move, you will likely remain where you are. To leave the rat race, you must transition from being a consumer of pre-packaged financial advice to an architect of your own deals. It starts by investing in the way you see the market.